Yes. Okay, so it's again a very good morning to all of my students. I'm your teacher, Sana Kausar, and my Maham is the one who helped me out to make these slides. First of all, I think in the beginning of the lecture, I saw the annotations on the screen. So, boys, please don't use annotations for any extra stuff. Today, look at the screen very much carefully. Previously, we were doing the topic that is chapter that's name was time, but it's one topic word problems are left, which we will cover inshallah when we will get back to the classrooms, because that topic is tricky and we have a very less number of students who are attending the online session. So that's why I skipped those word problems, and inshallah when we will get back to the school, we will cover those word problems as well. And you, as far as concern of your winter task, I will definitely check your winter task once the school will be open. So the new chapter that I'm starting today, that is chapter 11, and its name is angles. This is a one of, you can say that easiest, you can say that chapter, and I hope so that my boys, after understanding, can easily solve it and do it by themselves. Okay, task of the day is very interesting. That is 235 till 238. This is a book 3 page number. Okay, we will do the work today only book 3. So, as we always do, whenever we start any topic, we always understand that what is its meaning. So, what is the basic definition of angles? For example, this definition is a bit tricky, but I will read it for you. But because it is pointing out few very important steps. An angle can be defined as a figure. Figure means a diagram. Diagram measured by meeting a two rays at a common end. An angle is represented by this symbol. This is the symbol. Whenever you saw this sign, it means they are telling you about the angles. Angles are measured in degree and using a protractor. Yes, these are the special tools, protectors that we use to measure the angle. Right now, I'm not telling you the page number because there is a no page number. I would like you all to just focus on the screen and understand what I am teaching you. So my boys, look at this picture and understand what is the angle. What is the basic definition of angle that you need to learn? I'm telling you all that you all are going to learn this. When the two lines, see there are two lines in this picture. When the two lines meet at a point, angle is formed. Whenever the two lines meet at any point, like it can be an any point, what happened, an angle is formed. Basically, I would like to show you one very interesting thing. For example, if I draw one extra line over here, so there is also an angle over here. So this is the point, main point. Whenever the two lines meet at any point, angle is formed. This is the most important thing, and you all are going to learn this line, and it is even written in your book as well. So you will learn it, the basic definition of the angle. Okay, let me just clear the board and explain. Look at the screen. There is a no book page number right now. I'm just explaining you this concept by using a journal examples. What are the examples? Angles in the daily life. Angles are, there are angles, they are everywhere around us. How? When you look around us, you will see angles everywhere. Yes, there are angles everywhere. Look at the clock, for example. Can you see this red lines? You see, they are meeting at a point, and see angle is formed. Even at the fish mouth, it's open little bit, and see an angle is formed. And the picture of aeroplane, see, there are a lot of angles in this picture, but your teacher is pointing out by drawing these two lines. See, at this point, angle is formed. Okay, as far as concern of round figures, anything that is round in shape, there is no angle in it because there are no straight lines, no lines meeting in it. So in this picture, you will say that there is no angle. Okay, look at the picture roof of the house. See the red lines, they are showing you angles. There is an angle because two lines are meeting at the point. Look at the example of book, chair, and scissor. See, everywhere you can see that angle is from. So this is a very important thing that you need to understand. If you look around now, I am sure that my boys and my students can point out hundred of examples of you can say that angles, the computer screen, the TV, the microwave, the chair, the sofas. There are a lot of angles around us. Okay, now let's move on to our book. Now everyone open your book 3 and its page number is 235. Now all of you open your book 3 and its page number is 235. Open it and mention a short date on the top. The date is 11/1/2021. Yes, the new year is started, so you will mention a date on the top. So let's have a look in this example. This is just like you, a boy who is entering into the house. He's opening, you can say that he's entering into any room. You can say that. So what are angles? The question is, what are angles? So angles are everywhere and you should learn the definitions as well. Look at the clock. See, two lines are meeting at the point. Angle is formed. Look at the door. There are a lot of angles in it, but they just point out only one for you right now. And you can say that in this wall, even you can point out a lot of angles. Even in the sofas, look at this. You can point out a lot of angles. So their teacher is saying you can even make different angles with your arms. This is something that's interesting, that we can even find out a lot of angles in our body shapes as well. So look at your arms. If you bend your arm in an outer direction, see, the angle is formed because you're at the elbow point. You can say that two bones are joining at this point, so angle is formed. If you join your angles in a straight, you move your hands in a bit straight, again there is an angle. And if you bend your arm inner side, what happened? Angle is formed. So the question is, which angle is the smallest and which angle is the largest one? This is something that you all need to point out. When you will move your hands in an outer direction, the angles will get bigger. The angles will get bigger. So this is the largest angle. And I'm sure now you can point out which is the smallest angle. Yes, this is the smallest angle. When you move your arms in the inner side, a small angle is formed. So I hope so that my boys can easily point out that which is the largest one. Angle A is the largest one. And which is the smallest one? That is the angle C. It's the smallest one. Okay, let's move on. Turn the page and everyone come to the next page. And the page number is 236. Yes, everyone, open your book 3, page number 236. As I told you all that you all are going to learn the lines, and this is something that you need to learn. Just underline this line on your book and learn it. After the class, you are going to learn it and revise this definition with your parents or with your siblings as well. When the two straight lines meet at a point, angle is formed. This is the basic definition that you will underline and then you will learn it as well. I think most of you have already learned it. An angle is the amount of turning about the point. Angle is something that depends how you turn your you can say that lines. For example, in the previous example, you already know the idea. When you will bend your arms inner side, the angles will be smaller, and when you will move it outside, the angle will get bigger. So see, angle is formed. When you join two pencils, two sticks, but the main important thing is that their ending point must be, you can say that, stick together. They must be meet. Otherwise, your angle will not be formed. You can even use pencils to make the angles. Now you can even show the examples by using up pencils. Take two pencils and make sure you are going to join their one point. You are joining their one point. Now you will make smaller. Then you will move it outer so it's bigger. This is the one, another big one, and see, this is the largest one. See, this is the largest angle that you make with the pencil one. In this given picture, this is the largest one. You can make different angles by turning the pencil. but make sure to keep the ends together. As I told you, make sure the pencil's ending point must be meet, otherwise there will be no angles. How? Let me show you example. Okay, on the same page, the teacher has shown a very, you can see that nice example, and I'm sure you all can even find out by yourself. Look at the pair of sticks below, which these pairs do not form angle. Can you point out which pairs do not form angle? If I look at the picture A, yes, there is an angle because 2 points are meeting at this point, so angle is formed. There is no angle in picture is B, and there is no angle in C. Why? Because look at the picture, not even a single point they are meeting together. There are no meeting in this. They are separately putting a little bit distance from each other. So there is no angle. So what you will mention in this line after, you will mention that B and C. There is no angles in it. There is no angle in the picture B and picture C. This is a very easy concept, and I'm sure that my students start understanding it. Okay, turn the page and come to the page number 235. All of you, turn the page and come to the page number 235, short date on the top, and let's start the question number 3. Some objects that makes angles are shown below. I think I already show one this kind of a worksheet for all of you. So you can easily find the angles in this picture. But your teacher is pointing out only one angle over here. See, this is the point where angle is formed. But if you want to point out more, then there is a lot of angles. There is an angle, there is an angle, there is an angle, even there is an angle, there is an angle. See how much angles we can point out. See, this is something that's totally depend on you, that how much your concept is clear. So then you can easily point out. On the scissor face, you can easily find out the angle over here. But anyone who can find out any other angle over here? No, there is no angle in the circle. So just remember that there is a no angle when we talk about circle and oval shapes. Okay, what happened to the angles when you open and pair of the scissors? There, the boy is asking you, what happened to the angle if you open and close? The angles will get bigger and smaller when you will open this shape of, and you can say that when you open and close the scissors. Now I'm going to tell you a very interesting example. These kind of signboards we always saw when we are moving out near the roads. These kind of signboards are always there. A stop sign has 8 sides. What are the sides? Now you need to remember that what are the sides. Sides, whenever the two line meets each other, angle is formed. This is something that you have learned. Whenever the two lines meet at a point, angle is formed. But now, what are the sides? The sides are also just like in angles. They can be considered like a corner. See, the corners of any shape represent angles. But interesting thing is that the number of the shapes and number of the angles and sides are same. Look at this picture. Let's point out the angles first. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, and there is an angle 8. Everyone point out the sides angles with me, just like me as I am pointing out the angles. You should also draw this angle signs on the inside of the figure. Make sure the angles sign will not be point out outside. Like if somebody pointed like this outside, it will be wrong. You will always mark the angles inside the figure. So see, I'm pointing out and I just count out how many angles are there. There are 8 angles. And let's count the sides. Sides are represented by using a corners. You can see that one. Let me outside point out the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So see how many sides and angles are there? There are 8 sides and 8 angles. So you will mention 8 over here. After this question, your teacher is asking that how many angles you can find all together. So you will find out 8 angles over there. And if this figure has already 8, you can say that sides. So now you find out the angles as well. So now my boys, let's solve the next question, which is on the same page. And I think this is something that you all can even solve by yourself. Find the number of the sides and angles given in the picture. So in this picture, in this figure, your teacher has even, she has even point out the angles for you already. So what you're gonna do, you will quickly count and mention your angles, and the number of sides will also be same. 1, 2, 3, 4. This figure has 4 corners, 4 sides. So what you're gonna do, you will mention your answer that this figure has 4 sides and this figure has 4 angles. See, this is something that's very easy. How many angles does a triangle have? Okay, this is a very interesting question for the girl is asking to you all. So what you gotta do, she's asking you that how many angles does a triangle have? So first of all, let's draw a small triangle over here. Okay, let's draw a small triangle over here. See, I'm going to draw a triangle over here. You can also draw a triangle. And now everyone just point out your angles. 1, 2, 3. So your answer is 3. See, simply by looking at and by drawing the picture, you quickly find out. Look at this, my point is not meeting. So there is no angle in it if I did not correct my mistake. Yes, now this is a perfect triangle because all the lines are meeting with a certain point. Okay, now my boys, it's time for the self-assessment. Self-assessment is something that you all will do by yourself. That you all will do by yourself. So I am going to give you this, that solve the question 6 and 7 by yourself. How? You will just look at the picture and you will count the angles and sides. I think this is something that's just like a piece of cake. This is a so easy question that's even before I ask you, you can even solve it. So quickly find out your sides and angles in this given picture. Just look at the picture. The angles are already drawn over here. So count and mention, and the sides are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See the corners and angles. The number of the angles and sides are mostly same. A trick for all of you. Okay. So just mention your answer. This has 4, 5 sides, and this has 5 angles. Okay. Yes, this is a one of the most easiest question. Okay. For the next figure, what you're gonna do, you will just again count the angles because your teacher has already marked all the angles for you. So angles and sides numbers are mostly same. So you will mention that how many sides it has. It has, simply, it has 6 sides. Yes, and it has 6 angles. Okay, that's really smooth that my boys are um, solving it by themselves. Let me just check that what I have for all of you. Okay, that's wonderful. The kids are pointing out their answers in the chat box. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, now after solving these questions, I think I should move on to the next page because in the girls class I covered till this page, but I think my boys are smart enough. So let's have a look what I have. Okay. Yes, on the book 3, page number is 239. Okay, this is something I would like you all to find out and solve it by yourself. And I'm giving you 2 minutes, and then you can share your answers in the chat box. Okay, this is a practice question, so I hope so that you all can even easily do it. I'm waiting for you all to solve this question 1 and 2 by yourself because this is a one of a very easy stuff. Which of the following pairs of sticks do not form angle? Okay, this is one of the most easiest one. So what you can do, you can even circle the one figure that there is a no angle in it. So look at this. Yes, it has angles. Two lines are meeting at a point. Angle picture B, yes, there is an angle, so good. And C, in the picture C, the lines are close together, but they are not meeting, they are not joining any point. So there is no angle in the picture C, in the figure C. So you can circle this one. Okay, for the last of the question, look at the letters below. Okay, your teacher is saying look at the letters A, E, I, U. Okay, they're literally vowels, only O is missing. Which letter do not have any angle? The question is that which letter on the screen has not even a single angle. So that's something that's you can see that thinking point. So everyone quickly just start thinking, and I'm sure that my boys figure out that which is. Type your answers in the chat box. Okay, angle A has a lot of angles. See, one, two, and this is a triangle, so it has already three. So this picture has angles. Angle E has even a lot of angles. See, there is an angle, there is an angle, there is an angle, there is an angle. Oh, four angles in it. Okay, letter I has even a lot of angles. See, one, two, and see there is an angle, and over here is an angle. So there are a lot of angles in it. Only angle U, there are no straight lines, and they're not meeting in any point because see there is a curve in it. So there is a curve in it, so there is no angle in the letter U. So you can circle this letter U. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I hope so that you guys are a bit clear. I told you there is a no angle in letter O, U, and all that. Last part of the day, let's move on, and then our work of the day will be finished because this is something that's the easiest task. So I hope so that my boys can easily do it. How many sides and angles does each shape has? Mark the angles in each shape. I think this is must be you all can do by yourself. I will solve only one for you, and rest of them you can do as a homework. Let's mark the angles. Your teacher is saying mark the angles. So first mark the angles. One, two, three, four. See, there are four angles in it. And how many sides? Look at the corner sides. One, two, three, four. I told you the number of angles and sides are same, boys. So over here you will mention sides. You will write sides. You will write four. And then you will mention angles. And they are also four. Okay, so yes, you can mention your answers like this. For the part B and for the part C, for part C is bit, I think, that tricky. So I hope so that let me do it with you all. Let's look at the two lines. They are meeting at this point. There is an angle. Look at this. There is a two straight line meeting at this point. There is an angle. There is an angle. There is an angle. Don't skip this. See, this is a big angle, larger angle. There is an angle. There is an angle. I told you every corner you will find the angles. See? Yes, there are a lot of angles in it. Wait, Zarar, I'm going to pick up your question. Just wait. So count the angles and sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this picture has 7 sides. So I'm just mentioning with a small 7 sides or angles. There are 7 angles. Okay, so my uh, time is running out, and I hope so that my boys have solved this question. Let me just take the question from Zarar, and then I think our meeting will be over. Okay.